Hey, welcome to Ice Age TV, and what's going on now this evening with the Harley Davidson Limited CVO 2019 I picked up here a few weeks ago. I mean, Jesus Christ, I can't keep track of time. So what are we doing now? What is the project? Just did the T-bag windshield, and now I think I'm going to do the highway pegs, but I talked about this a while ago in my other videos. You can see this is a 2019 used CVO Harley, and you can see that the gentleman that owned this could have been a woman, so never know, but you can see the marks. This used to have highway pegs, and now it doesn't. No, so there go the dogs. It's crazy. Once I turn on my YouTube channel, the dogs go nuts. What's that all about? Yeah, so anyways, so what am I going to do? I'm getting motivated this evening to now get my highway pegs here out and start getting them assembled to put on my bike. It's a little bit of a project, nothing radical, but it's a little bit of a project. And I did my Street Glide here, highway pegs here, and yeah. So, anyways, same thing. I'll be doing the same thing, but I just figured I'd share a video, and I think a lot of people know how to do it, but for the people that don't, you just have that much more confidence how to do it. A lot of people think, oh, I better take the dealership and let them do it, and I think it's really expensive. I mean, how much was this stuff here? Can't even remember. Does they have a price on it? I don't even know. Where's the price, right? No, it's not even, oh, it's actually, like, you can even see it, right? I don't know, but it's pricey. But anyways, follow me along, and here's the biggest thing. I hope that I got the black and not the chrome. And I tried to kind of match the theme a little bit here with the other pegs. That's kind of the goal. That's a little more challenging on this motorcycle. Not too much, but see here the theme has a hole in it. And yes, if I want to special order that highway peg with a notch in it, you can, but forget it. I ain't doing it. It's just more money, more money, more money. So let's open this up and see what we got here. All right, the tell-all moment, right? As I open this thing up. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, it's just too much packaging for one hand. Or is it? Let's see here. What do we got? Can we get it open? It's the moment of truth. Yes, it looks black to me. So we're okay. Cool. All right, follow me along. All right, so I'm a little spoiled, being that I've already got this on the bike. And somebody probably watch my channel and be like, you got it on backwards. I probably do. I don't know. It works for me, right? I mean, should this actually be the front point? This probably should be in all reality. In hindsight, I probably put these on backwards. Let's look at the box. It's never simple in life. You know what I mean? Yeah. So probably, I don't know, it's debatable. See, my thoughts are, well, here's the instructions. Why don't you read the damn instructions, right? Let's see what that says. So you see here, to me, it's where it gets complicated. I mean, look at this diagram, right? I mean, so if you take my foot peg right here and you put it down, I guess, I mean, I don't know. Does it really matter? Right? I don't know. Does the other bike have, no, let's see there. Anyways, so yeah, but but also serious, this aesthetics look, I think this on the outside looks better. Let me kind of play around with that. Let me change it up, yeah, the blind leading the blind. Yeah, okay, I agree. Right, so my theory's right. So here's a challenge. So if you do this, if you have the aesthetic part out front, if you look here, when you put this on here like this, see here, once this gets inside here, if I can do it without scratching the hell out of my paint. But here's a challenge. So if I have to get to that Allen head to tighten this down, how do you do that? You can't. So that's why this needs to be the opposite way. This needs to be like this, okay? This needs to be outside so that you can tighten down the Allen head without hitting that. So I think I'm right. Or am I? All right. The 8mm seems to be a common size in the automotive or the world. Everything Chinese. So see here? Here's the mark. So here's the mark from the former guy, that owned this. So but what you have to say to yourself, was it above or below? Was it up here? Or was it down here like that? You know what I mean? I think this is too high. Looking at mine over there, I don't know. It may be above. Wow. Yeah, projects. All right, so now it's all about, what do I got here, right? So this should be which is which, right? Does your foot go there or here? I'd say the foot goes here because it's a flat surface. It's concave to the bottom. So now it's all about which side is which. So if you're smart, what you do here, you don't focus on that. You take, what I should say is you take out this fitting here. But we gotta look at the instructions here to see which way it goes. All right, if it wasn't for me doing my street light over here, I'd be a little more confused what's going on. Because this, I know from doing these things over the years, this gets confusing as all get out. You have these like clevis pins or whatever. And these little C-rings. Oh my gosh, that is so challenging. But I've got a different style foot peg that already kind of has it set up, where you have these little set screws to put the tension on the on this moving up and down. So it stays up in the upright or down. So now what we're going to do is find out what size Allen this is to do that. One thing you learn about life is you don't have the right tools, you just get nothing done. Investing in tools is a lifelong thing, and you should do it. All right, it's crazy, you do these projects. So I just did this bike, but yet I'm sitting here just confused what the hell I did on this bike. Jesus Christ. Anyways, all right, so let's see if we're making progress here. You got to figure out how does this peg go? Does that go up top or down below? It's just little things. All right, so I kind of got it where I think I want it, but until I get on the bike, I don't know. All right, we're making progress here, and I was actually kind of right on, what I've done, because if you think about it, if you look at this Allen bolt, there's no way this could be reversed backwards. What are you going to do? How's that going to play out, right? No way. Next thing is, once you tighten down this screw here, this kind of locks in the angle. And once you tighten down this Allen screw here, it kind of controls the tension, so this stays upright and doesn't fall down. There's many stories of people that have these highway pegs down, and they go buy something really close. I've done it myself. And you'll clip something, and you wipe out. Yeah. Sadly, one of a church member I know that went on a nice road trip with a bunch of people this past September, he crashed his bike because he clipped a car with his highway peg. So you really want to make sure this stays up nice and taut. So this is really coming along pretty good. I like it. Yeah, it would have been pretty cool to kind of match that there, but most of the time this is up like that. You're usually going to notice that, right? All right, follow me along. All right, now, hey little girl, what you doing there, huh? Now the next thing that I do is go into the other side. That's always the challenge of getting these leveled. So what I think you should do, you take like this here, that there, take your tape measure, and then go down to here. That can give you your distance, and go to the other side and do the same thing. So like on this side here, we can see that it's going to be about 6 inches or less. So let me work on that. All right, it's really interesting. So I just measured down 5.5 inches. That's what it was on the other side. And here's the other person's mark. So I'm like right on. I think I'm right on where that was the bottom mark, and that was I just made the top. I think the other person's thing's set up the same way. So let's see how it plays out. All right, when you put this arm on, make sure that the angle is on the bottom. See, that should be on the bottom, the flat part. So when it goes up and down, it sits in the bottom, not like that. Okay, so on the bottom. your little retainer thing here. I don't think it really matters which side it goes on. I wouldn't worry about that. All right, so what I did over here, I kind of measured from the top of the peg up to about this here, and it's about 6.5 inches. So I think I got this about the same. And I try to keep the spread. Let's see how it plays out here. All right, I think we got her. This one's a lot more challenging. Kind of interesting how it pulls in further on the left than the right. I'm kind of looking at this bike up here. It kind of seems to be the same deal, where it seems like it's just a little more pulled from the right to the left a little bit. I don't know. It's just weird. This here is very challenging. You're just trying to get these two to line up correctly. And I mean, if you look there, so when the bike is sitting on its side here, it looks like it's lower. Once you pull the bike up, it isn't. But let's check it one more time. All right, so now if you look here on the right, here on the left, it's not dramatically, you can see the left's hanging a little lower. But my challenge now is I'm running into the lowers. So if I pull that up a little bit, that is going to be hitting this lower right here. So for me, right now, it's all about just stretching out your legs. And that's good. Then be able to get back to your foot. You got to be careful. So when you're riding like that, how fast you can get back to your floorboard in case you get yourself in a situation. And I've got some of my Indians, it's so tight. I have so many times jammed up in here, in the foot area to the foot peg. It's bad. It's dangerous. So over here, you get your foot peg and you got your brake. So can you get back? It's crazy. The new BMW touring bikes, that boxer motor covers the brake. The brake's underneath the engine. And I mean, it's so crazy. I think it's the stupidest design in the world, where you got to cram your foot up under there to get to the brake. Very dangerous in my eyes. They got adaptive cruise and automatic stopping, I guess. But anyways, I think that's pretty good. Let's take a walk around. Right, I'm pretty happy. It's just this left side just seems to be a whole different ball game, and I don't know, just kind of unique what's going on there. So anyways, hope this helped you install your highway pegs on your Harley Davidson. Just make sure you crank these bolts down. That's the most important thing, so you don't kick out. And it's not real hard. You got to kind of pay attention. And the good news is you can adjust them. It's not like you can't adjust these, and they don't really scratch up the bars. So you don't want to get too scared about that. Hope this YouTube channel, Ice Age TV, has helped you on your Harley Davidson, putting your highway foot pegs on, and just give you some little ideas. And maybe I helped you, maybe I didn't, but I think I did. And it is interesting how the different highway pegs here have different instructions on how you put these things together. And so it is kind of interesting with that C-clip or C-clamp, whatever you want to call it right here. Yeah, I've dealt with those before. Those are really challenging, actually. You got to put like the whole assembly on a vise. But anyways, hope everybody enjoyed the video, and I hope it helped you out become a better Harley Davidson mechanic, right? Yeah. Thanks for watching, and God bless.